My official job title is a curator of Malocology. Malocology is the study of mollusks. What am I doing here? So I'm looking after the collection. We've got about 500,000 lots of shelled mollusks here. We're getting new specimens in and curating them, making sure that they are accessible for future generations. And then also do research, like here, write a book about these shells. We also make these specimens available for loan. Not much.
So like this is what you studied in college?
Yes. Organismal biology. I started also as a shell collector in high school, so I had my own kind of little museum. The shell collection is now up here, integrated into our collection. And then I always knew I wanted to become a curator and just work towards that goal with iron focus. And so then grad school was systematics of abalone, so I wrote another book on those. And then eventually first came on as the caretaker of this little instrument, and then eventually slid into the curator job. Here, yes, this is one of the things as curators are tenacious. We get to this job, they're extremely rare, by the way. So if you think college professor is difficult to get, forget it. Curator is much more difficult. And the reason for that is there's so few jobs out there. So I have in the US maybe 6 colleagues. Every 10 years you get one job opening. Really tenacious and you have a little bit of luck, if you have lots of luck, then eventually you can actually do it. Collaboration is global. And so if you look at that postgrad there, that was done with a Japanese colleague, Takanori Sasaki. This is really international. I'm more of kind of a lone person. You know, this thing again has one name on it. That's me. And so that's how I like to work. If necessary or opportunity presents itself, I do collaborate, but I'm not having these massive multi-institutional projects. That's not what most systematists do. The problem is that there is no typical work day. That's the first thing. And that's also the cool thing. Every day is different. Often I work with specimens. Every day I work with specimens, and it might be identification, it may be cataloging, maybe reviling, maybe sending them out. So some kind of specimen work. Because I work a lot on the electron microscope, often I have some electron microscope component. Currently I have a lot of flowers to do. There might be shells available. There may be advising to be done. There's also a lot of kind of outreach, scientific outreach, so that, for instance, when you submit a paper to a journal, an article, then it is being sent out to other specialists. Current project, they have 2 major book projects. One is these flowers, botanical project on a monograph of this orchid genus called Aboronia, with about 300 species. And the second one is an inventory of the shelled gastropods from the Aleutian Islands down to mid-Baja. So all the west coast species of shells from intertidal down to deep sea. And that is an editorial work where I'm the lead editor and then have about 40 to 50 contributors from, again, all over the world who are then treating certain groups. I've done a lot, I think, so pretty much all around the world. I don't like cold temperature. That's why I went from Switzerland to California, fairly logically. So I never been to Arctic and Antarctic, but otherwise Fiji, French Polynesia, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, Europe, of course, you name it. Been there, done field work there. How often? It kind of ebbs and flows in kind of almost 10-year cycles. Nope. Nope. It worked out. So yeah, everything was great. So no changes, no regrets. It's just peachy every day. It's just fun.